उसको बता रही अस्सलाम वालेकुम. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Beta, can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Tell me in your chat box, beta. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. How are you all? Okay. I'm fine, Rida. Thank you so much. Walaikum assalam. Cheroz, Ramla. I'm fine, Cheroz, beta. Thank you so much. Okay, class. Today we are going to actually wind up our present chapter. So, so we are going to, as I told you, wind up our present chapter. And today's first topic is the tropical climatic region. So open your books. Beta, first of all, turn off
मुझे
your
बर्गर लेके आया था कब लेके आया था
Iman Jahan Mughal. Turn off your Iman.
क्या बोली है बर्गर लेके आया
Turn off your mic.
नहीं आपने कुछ खाया ना फिर मुझ पे मिला यार क्यों देती हो ये बेबी नहीं खाती हो नहीं मुझे मम्मा क्या बोला आप मुझे बर्गर खिलाओगे तो
Okay. Okay, beta, open your books. Thank you, beta Shairoz. Ramla, I will tell you after my lecture. In the last 10 minutes, I will tell you, inshallah, about home assignment and everything. Now, you have to pay full attention towards your lecture. Is it clear? Okay, beta. Okay. Beta, turn off your mics. Sheroz, beta, up, turn off your mic, beta. Okay. Hope you will all pay full attention towards your lecture. Actually, this is our last lecture of this chapter, and I hope that you will pay full attention towards your lecture and will not disturb the class. Muhammad Arib, I think. Who is this? Clear the screen. Hurry up. I can see your name, beta. If you are in the class, then you have to pay full attention towards your lecture. Don't disturb the class. Subhana Noman. Subhana, I want to call uh, to your parents. I think so. In the previous lecture you were also disturbing the class continuously, and now Muhammad Arib, I think. Just wait a minute. Muhammad Arib. Here is only one student whose name starts from Muhammad. So Muhammad Arif, I can show your, I can see your name, and now after that, this is last warning to you for Subhana and Muhammad Arif. Otherwise, I will block you. Don't disturb the class, beta. You are wasting our time. Okay, as you know that our As you know that we are going to discuss the chapter climate of the world, and I told you that we discussed in our previous two lectures the different climatic regions, the Mediterranean climatic region, monsoon climatic region, and the equatorial climatic region. Is it clear? Now we are going to discuss the next climatic region, that is the tropical climatic region. Is it clear? The tropical climatic region. And you can see that um, this region actually may also be called the temperate grassland. The temperate grassland. Is it clear? So this region is also beta Amen. Just be focused towards your lecture. My voice is clear. I think you have to check your device. Beta students, tell me you can hear me clearly. Hurry up, beta. Okay, bus. No need to say anything. I'm going to explain the chapter. So, you have your books with you and pencils with you as well. I'm going to explain this topic from book as well as from my slides. So first of all, look at your books. I am going to tell you the most important lines. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to explain you what is the meaning of tropical climatic region, or which region is called the tropical climatic region. So this region may also be called the temperate grassland or steppe. Is it clear? Or uh, you are familiar as no with the impact of the sea on the regions you have studied so far, like monsoon bring rain in the areas around the Indian Ocean. Is it clear? When we discussed about the monsoon region, we knew uh, that monsoon bring rain in the areas around the Indian Ocean. That's why these regions are called monsoon climatic regions. Is it clear? While trade winds and other winds rising from the sea bring rain in the areas with the Mediterranean climatic region. So now imagine how the areas in the heart of the continent would be. Is it clear? When the rains come from the seaside, coming from the seaside, bring the rain for in the monsoon climatic region. So think about those areas which are in the center of the continent. So obviously, the winds rising from the sea do not reach there. Is it clear? So, because these areas are in the center of the climatic region, so winds are coming from the winds are coming from the sea. So the winds rising from the sea do not reach there. Therefore, they do not receive much rainfall, and there is no sea breeze to make the weather pleasant. Is it clear? Is this point clear in your mind? I'm saying that when the winds coming from the seaside, and these winds rising from the seaside do not reach there. Where they do not reach? They do not reach in the center of the continent where this region is situated. So there is no sea breeze to make the weather pleasant. Is it clear? Okay. So the weather is usually not good in the areas which are in the center of the continents, because the winds rising from the seaside. Yes, Sheroz, you are right, because the winds rising from the sea do not reach in the center of the continent. That's why the weather of these areas are not so good, not so pleasant. Is it clear? So this type of climate is called a tropical climatic region. as most of the inner territories of the continent lie around the tropics. Such areas include Russia, Germany, Poland, Hungary, Sweden, Romania, Europe, and many other countries which are called the tropical climatic regions. Actually, these all areas are in the center of their continents, and that's why the winds rising from the sun do not reach there, and the weather is not pleasant there, or you can say the weather will not be pleasant in these climatic regions. Is it clear? So underline the So underline the no beta, in this region Russia is not included. Now we are going to discuss we are discussing the tropical climatic region. So we have to just discuss this climatic region. So Russia is not included here, and so, is this point clear in your mind? So, look at your book and underline the first line, and then all these lines which are present in my slides, these are the most important lines. And I think you have to underline the first line of this topic on page number 57. Is it clear? And which line is important? This region may also be called the temperate grassland. Is it clear? So these regions are also called the temperate grasslands. And after that, you have to underline the sixth line of this topic. Obviously, the winds rising from the sea. These lines are most important lines. All these lines which are included in my first slide. Is it clear? Okay, let's move further. Beta, how is it possible that no country is present in Asia? But right now we are not discussing about Asia. This thing I told Sharos, and that is now you are asking to me, be focused better towards the tropical climatic region, and you can see the names of different countries which are present in this continent and in this specific tropical climatic region. So look at these slides and be focused towards your lecture. Hamza, what is the problem with you? Okay. Next one is the which type of climate is present in the tropical climatic region. So the summer is hot and the winter is cool. Obviously, rainfall is sparse. Is it clear? Rainfall is sparse. Sparse mean scattered, thin. Write down the meaning of sparse in your book. Rainfall is sparse, it means rainfall is less here, or less rainfall. This region receives less rainfall. Sparse means actually scattered or thin. Is it clear? And usually range between 250 millimeters to 500 millimeters. Is it clear? So, you can see, because of the unpleasant weather, the summer is hot and winter is cold, and rainfall is also thin or scattered, and usually it ranges between 250 millimeter to 500 millimeter, just 500 millimeter per year. Is it clear? So, what about the flora of this tropical climatic region? Since there is little rainfall, you can see here that this region receives little rainfall, less rainfall. Is it clear? The most common vegetation is just grass. Underline these lines. Sometimes no trees are seen up to several miles because this region receives less rainfall. So sometimes no trees are seen up to several miles, and the land stretching out as far as the eye can consist of vast plains of grass. Is it clear? Yes, yes. Not scarce, beta. Sparse. SPAR. Scattered. Is it clear? Correct your spellings, Cheros. Yes, 250 to 500 millimeter rainfall uh, received by this tropical climatic region, which is lesser than any other climatic region. Like you can see, monsoon climatic region receives 2000 millimeter per year. Okay, is this point clear in your minds? Any question? Okay, now see the next line. So when the tropical region receives less rainfall, then there are no trees seen up to several miles, and the land stretching out as far as the eye can consist of vast plains of grass. And these lands also called the temperate grasslands. Look at your book, underline these first four lines. These lands are also called the temperate grasslands. Is it clear? Temperate grasslands. Okay, so underline these lines. Okay, then naturally the most common occupation, which occupation will be must be there? Naturally, the occupation in these regions is livestock farming, since there is enough grass to feed the cattle. You know what is the meaning of livestock farming? Tell me in your chat box. Hamza, better tell me. Muhammad Talha, tell me the answer in your chat box. What is the meaning of livestock? Hurry up, beta, hurry up. Yes, sheep, cows, sheep, cows. Yes, livestock means yes. Okay, very good. Well done. Well done, Ramla Sharoz. Well done. Okay, so occupation in these regions is livestock farming. Why this occupation is being adopted here? Because there is enough grass to feed the cattle. However, with large herds of cattle sometimes move on the other places, these people are called these people are called nomads. Is it clear? So these people are called nomads. And what is the meaning of nomads? What is the meaning of which type of people these are, who are called nomads? These people are called nomads, and many people in these region live nomadic lives. Nomadic lives. Underline these lines. The whole paragraph of flora is most important paragraph. No, not farmers, not village. No. Okay, I will tell you the meaning of nomads, people who have no fixed residence but move from one place to another. You can write down the meaning of the nomads. I repeat once again, people who have no fixed residence but move from one place to another place. बेटा ये तो no, I'm telling you, okay, people, Aman Jahan Mughal. So, people who have no fixed house or fixed residence, so these people are called nomads, and these people move one place to another place. Is it clear? So most of the people in this region live nomadic life. Is it clear? So underline all the lines of flora. Now fauna and fauna and antelopes. Is it clear? Antelopes, rabbits, goats, and sheep are the most common animals in this region. Many of these animals can run very fast over vast stretches of land. You can see that rabbit can run very fast, and antelopes can run very fast. And what is the meaning of which type of animals are antelopes? A swift running deer like animal. You can write in your book the meaning of antelopes. Antelopes mean the animals which can run swiftly. Is it clear? Antelopes means a swift running deer like animal. Deer like animal. Is it clear? So many of these animals can run very fast over vast stretches land. Yes, yes, Sheroz. They can run very fast. They can run fastly. These animals, like rabbits and antelopes, can run very fastly. So these animals are there in this region. Okay. And you can see the flora and fauna of the tropical climatic region. Is it clear? So these are also this type of animals are also found there in the tropical climatic region. Okay, I will explain these pictures later. First of all, we have to discuss the today's second climatic region, the hot and dry climatic region. Is it clear? There are some areas in the world that receive strong winds, but those winds do not bring rain. So these winds are not related to the rain winds. Is it clear? There are some areas in the world which receive strong winds, but those winds do not bring rain. Why? Muhammad Arif or Muhammad Talha? Beta, I told you that this is the last warning for you. So why these strong winds do not bring the rain? Most of the moisture carrying wind enter continents from the sea on the eastern side. If they are not stopped by the mountains and reach the western sides of the continents, yes, you are right, Cheros. Hot air and coming from sea. Okay, so most of the moisture carrying wind enter continents from the sea on the eastern side. If they are not stopped by mountains and reach the you know that most of the winds are stopped by the mountainous areas. The mountainous areas are very much helpful for moderating our weather. How the mountainous areas or mountains, you can say, can stop the pressure of the winds. They can control the pressure of the winds. So if these winds are not stopped by the mountains and reach the western sides of the continent, then underline these lines. These are most important lines on page number 58. So if these winds are not stopped by mountains and reach the western side of continent, so what will be happened? So I can tell you that they are usually free of moisture by that time. When they are coming from the eastern sides and also from the western sides, they are full of free of moisture by that time. As a result, there is little or no rainfall on the western sides of the continent. Okay, you must have noticed that most of the deserts regions you have studied in your previous classes also, like Sahara, Arabian Desert, and Thar, Rajasthan. Now we can include some other names in this list, like Southern California, and Arizona, and northwestern Mexico, and many other regions are also included in the desert areas, where we can include Sahara, Arabian Sea. I know that you are familiar with the names of Sahara Desert, Arabian Desert, and Rajasthan Desert. So look at your books on page number 58. You can see a picture of, actually, you can see the two pictures of hot and dry climatic region. At the top of the picture, you can see a desert in which is in Puro, and hot and dry climatic Monuments Valley in Arizona. So, second one is the hot and dry climatic valley in the Arizona, and this is called Monument Valley. Is it clear? So, underline first four lines in your book, and now we are going to discuss the climate of this region. So the summer is very hot. As I told you, that the winds coming from the seaside having no moisture with them. That's why the summer is very hot. The temperature may rise up to 51 degrees centigrade. This is very, very high temperature. In fact, at a place called Azizia in Africa, temperature as high 58 degrees centigrade has been recorded. Is it clear? 58 degrees centigrade temperature is too much, is a very high temperature, very, very high temperature. Okay. Yes, Cheros, 20 to 30. Okay. So the winter is not so cold. Rainfall is very low. As you know, that these winds, strong winds coming from the seaside, but they do not have rainfall. So less rainfall, and rainfall is less than 250 millimeter per year. While some areas may not receive any rainfall for as many as 3 or 4 years. Is it clear? So this is very important line. In fact, the whole climatic region, the topic of climate is very much important. You can see one or two lines are much important, and through these lines you can understand very well about the climate of this hot and dry climatic region. First of all, summer is very hot. Then there is less rainfall, and then the less rainfall rainfall less than 250 millimeter per year. And thirdly, it receives some areas of this region receive no rainfall for as many as 3 or 4 years, not 3 or 4 months. In fact, 3 or 4 years. Is it clear? So there is,
Yes, yes.
turn off your mic, beta. Agriculture, there is little or no agriculture in these regions. People sometimes grow crops if rain is expected, but this is called subsistence farming. Underline these lines. What is the meaning of subsistence farming? Which means that the crops are eaten by the farmers themselves. So because of less rainfall and no rainfall, that's why people grow the crops actually when it if rain is expected. But this is called subsistence farming. Subsistence farming means farmers can grow only those crops which are needed by themselves, which means that the crops are eaten by the farmers and they cannot grow the crops for selling, for import or export. So they cannot grow the crops for selling point of view. Is it clear? So they can only grow the crops for their own use because there is no rainfall. And how is it possible, how they can grow the crops? Is it clear? So and there is not enough to sell. As I told you, the most common occupation of people in this region is livestock farming because there is much grass. Is it clear? So actually these are the grassland areas. Beta, be focused towards your lecture. Why are you not focused toward your lecture? Why are you disturbing your class? I will tell you. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. You can see the hot and dry land here. You can imagine how much this land will be hot and dried because there is no rainfall in most of the regions. The rainfall is less than 250 millimeters. So that's why this region is called hot and dry climatic region. And these are the basically plants of that region. And you can see and look at your book on page number 59, flora. The most common types of plants store water in their stems, and their roots dig deep in the ground to search for underground water because there is no rainfall, so they cannot receive water on the surface of the earth. So they their roots dig deep into the ground to search for the underground water. A common example of this plant is cactus. So these plants are called cactus. Is it clear? These plants are called cactus. Yes, small shrubs and bushes are also found in this region. Yes, you are right, Sharos. Well done. Okay, these are the pictures of tundra climatic region. Is it clear? These are the pictures of tundra climatic region. These are the flora and fauna of the tundra climatic region. So we have not much time, so we have to explain this topic also. So underline the whole topic of the tundra climatic region. All these lines are much important. Beta, yes, the people who are living on the North Pole. Okay, beta. Look at this. Some lines are very much important, which I want to explain you. So, first of all, look at the lines. The tundra climatic region is situated in the north of the planet. and is covered with ice at all the times throughout the year. It is covered with snow. So the people of this region used to be called Eskimos. Eskimos. Is it clear? Eskimos. So, which means the eater of raw meat. Raw meat, the meat which is not cooked by the people. Is it clear? So, uncooked meat, you can say. So, these people are called Eskimos. So, which means the eater of raw meat. Actually, in fact, they do not eat raw meat, and it is now considered impolite to call the Eskimo. So, the proper word for Eskimos is Inuit. Inuit, which means human beings. It means in the past they were being called Eskimos, the eater of raw meat, but nowadays they are called Inuit, the people who live in the igloos. And you can see the picture of Inuits houses on the page of 59. Look at your book. At the top of page 59, you can see the houses of the Inuit, and they build igloos. These houses are called igloos or houses of snow. Is it clear? These houses are called igloos or houses of snow. Okay, this is the last slide. You can see the flora. This area is also known as the frozen desert. Is it clear? These are called these regions are called frozen deserts because vegetation is very rare. All throughout the year, these regions are covered with snow. So how can it is possible to grow anything in this region? Because these type of houses are very suitable for living. You can see on your book, look at your book, the houses are in a curve shape. So if they made the houses like our houses, the snowfall, when it started snowfall there, then the snowfall will be much heavier, and the roof of like our houses like cannot bear the weight of the snow. So they made their houses like this. These houses are warm, and these houses can bear the weight of the heavy snowfall. Is it clear? Ramla and Sharoz, turn off your cameras. Is it clear? So reindeer is the most reindeer is the most famous animal of this region, and this animal is also used. Beta Aisha Hassan, turn off your camera, beta. I can see you. Turn off your camera. Okay, this is very important thing. You can see that reindeer is the most important famous animal of this region, and it is used for pulling sledge, pulling cart like things which are used for taking luggage for or anything from one place to another place. So these type of carts are called their sledges. So reindeer are used for pulling sledges, and also its meat is used for food. Dresses are also made for its hide, its fur, while its bones and horns are used for making tools such as hooks for catching fish. Dogs, foxes, and seals are also common in this region. Seal is also the very famous animal of the polar areas. Is it clear? So I can show the picture of reindeer here in my slides. You can see the picture. Is it clear? Okay, beta, that's all for today. This is the last lecture of your chapter, and today I'm going to upload the last questions and exercise of this chapter right after my lecture. You have to do these questions in your same copy in which you have done your work in the previous week or in the previous lecture. Is it clear? You have to do the assignment in the same copy. Is it clear? The whole chapter must be there in a same copy. That's all for today, beta. Okay. Take care. Allah Hafiz.